Oi, Governor. Welcome to today's episode.
It's getting real old real quick.
Day 3 in the UK, headed to Birmingham, NEC.
So what's the whole plan for today, man?
So we're going to go up to the NEC. It's like the biggest show of the year. It's on for like 9 days. We've got everyone from the UK industry and like all the big brands, businesses and companies and all this kind of stuff all in one big space. So we're going to go there. We've got to stand there with our helmets and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go around and do some filming. Blockhead's in the UK, so we transfer the UK folk to come and see you and meet you and do all that kind of stuff. After that, in the evening, we're going to go out in Birmingham and just have some beveraginos and have a fun time.
Is that a UK term? Beveraginos?
I just spiced it up for the camera. That's no, I never say that ever.
Put some jalapeno on it. Beveraginos. Sounds like a full day. Yeah. So I guess we'll see you on the bikes at Ruroc HQ. Gonna stop and get some rain gear because it's definitely gonna rain today.
It's gonna rain!
Thanks, Ollie. We don't need to ride today. We're driving up to Birmingham.
You know how happy you just made me? I was thinking we're gonna ride in the rain to this and then we're gonna get there. I'm gonna be soaking wet.
We ain't riding.
I'm gonna be cold and I'm gonna have to shake people's hands, bro. I was stressing so hard about this. But you know what? I'm like, I'm not gonna be a I ain't gonna say anything. I'm gonna ride the bike. We're gonna get there. I've got a complete change of clothes. I'm gonna change into the clothes in a bathroom somewhere. Kind of feel warm. Thaw the out after I didn't die. I'm so happy right now. The day just changed.
We spoke on the phone like 20 minutes ago and I told you the whole plan.
Yeah, but you didn't say drive.
I said tomorrow we're coming back to Gloucester to then ride the bikes out to Wales and do all that kind of stuff.
Guys, y'all don't need to see this fight real quick. Hold on, we'll be right back. We'll see you at coffee. All right, fam, we are here at NEC Birmingham for Motorcycle Live. In 5 minutes, we'll be inside.
So it's actually quite big. They've got concerts, they do obviously all these big exhibitions, big music shows.
The Bear Grylls experience over here. What was that impression you did earlier?
Sometimes when you're in the desert, you have to skin a snake and drink your piss out of it.
I like the inflection is perfect. One of my favorite sayings from him was, my grandpa used to say, if clouds look menacing, they probably are.
It's almost like Jeremy Clarkson was like, some say it's the best car
in the world.
The whole like, especially a Brit.
Yeah. So Archie Man here has a microphone, so be sure to check out Ruroc's channel on YouTube, youtube.com/Ruroc, right? Yeah. And yeah, check out their video. I'm going to be doing one. It's not going to be near as good.
It'll be better.
Here we go. Standing in front of the world's fastest bobber.
Yeah. Triumph bobber built by Jody Millhouse here in the UK. This thing's like pushing about 300 brake, but he designs and builds all of this here in the UK, and I think in Milton Keynes. So Jody's great bloke, man. He's built some cool bikes. He does a lot of customs for like personal bikes, like, you know, just whatever. But then he sort of built this thing as a piece of, because he can. So kind of like, you know, why the fuck not?
NOS thrown on the side. Absolutely beautiful work done with the routing. Carbon fiber wheel, obviously helping to transfer a lot of that power. Sick paint. The only thing I'm curious about is how the seat holds you in with 300 horse. Sorry. As Shade Tree said back in the day, fully carbon BMW 1000RM. It's like, we get it, guys. You're the great white of the streets. It's like harnessing the power of the Megalodon. Yeah, too much.
That's BMW.
Yeah. Chrome frame though, everything else fully carbon. Brembo, Oleans, standard performance stuff on the front. Little British flag ghosted onto the tail on the carbon. Norton V4 SV. I didn't know Norton made anything like this, to be honest.
Yeah, they recently come back and sort of had like a rejuvenation of like new owners and like investment and stuff. So they're actually building bikes in Britain now. They're getting a lot of hype over here, especially being British and being in Britain and stuff. So people are really interested in these.
Clean looking bike.
Yeah.
So flew all the way to the UK to come right back to Harley-Davidson, even though we work pretty closely with them in the US. Cool thing is they actually have the King of the Baggers bagger here. Fun fact about that is that whenever I was in Arizona with Kyle Wyman and Harley-Davidson, they were building this bike. So I haven't seen it since they were done with it. Got to talk to Kyle Wyman, did that video with him on the last King of the Baggers bike that he ended up winning with. With this new one, they're done with it, so we get to check it out, see it in its final form. All right guys, sitting here in front of the Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle factory race bike. We got a lot of information from Dave here, which we'll drop that footage here in just a second, but just to give you guys a quick look of the bike. They've definitely made some changes since the last one, which you guys saw. A lot of similarities, different look to the swing arm. I'm sure it's still a single piece of CNC. The rear sets, not quite rear, but definitely a lot further back. Mids, maybe? Beautiful. It's freaking nice, and I love this ram air. That is awesome. I'm really curious as to what the throttle body is.
First glance, you just see a bagger, and then when you like take it in, you see actually everything on the bike.
Yeah.
What's like one of the preconceptions people have in seeing this bike? We've got the King of the Bagger series, the legitimate racing motorcycle. What's one of the first things people will come back and say?
If they don't know about it, they'll walk up and go, "What the hell is that thing parked up there? Is it a drag bike? Is it something else? Or is it just?" No, I'm like, "No, it's a race bike." They go, "Oh." Yeah, they don't believe a word you say. You explain to them, you start to say what it's capable of, what it's done, show them a couple of pictures in the video, and they are blown away.
What's the weight on it?
283 kilos, 625.
Softail level.
Yeah.
Sportster level almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
wow.
much lighter than expected.
Yeah.
We lob 130 kilos off the standard road glide. Obviously, she's actually developed by the guys that are Screaming Eagle back at Harley-Davidson. Everything that we're developing here is finding its way back into the bikes.
Yeah.
You know, she's built within PDC, Product Development Center in Milwaukee. So every single bike that's underneath this roof was once a concept in that building. So all the guys that I deal with are the guys that develop your engines and your transmissions and everything that's in here. And then also your performance parts. All the performance parts we've got here parts of them, whole things in some cases, will end up back able to be bought by your regular guy. What we've been able to achieve in the past 12 months with it is quite incredible. You know, we've re-engineered parts that would ordinarily take years. We did it in 5 weeks. You know, we redeveloped a new cam in 2 weeks. And essentially what they do is they keep bringing me parts, I break it, I give it them back, swear a little bit, get another one back, and we keep going until it works correctly as we need it to. And again, it's the same guys that build these. Unlike most racing these days, it will be making a direct effect on the bikes that are all around us. You know, it's quite unique really, where the other Japanese bikes, super bikes, Ducati, etc. these days, they're already roll out ready to go near a track, or they don't really have that connection.
Yeah.
We suddenly do. Almost overnight, really, we suddenly do. It's a sight to behold. You can't help but be impressed by it, no matter which side of the fence you're on.
Yeah. So are you travelling back with the bike after the show?
Yeah, she gets crated up Sunday night and she's off back to the States. She's actually taking up residence in the museum.
Oh, cool.
So she'll be living there from now on. We build all new bikes ready for next year in January. Further updates, more work done, and then we go racing in Daytona in March. So.
Look forward to seeing it.
So we're gonna go grab some food, chill for a bit, and then we'll kind of walk around the rest of the show. I feel like we're barely even scratching the surface here. What's up, guys? Fancy seeing y'all here. All right, guys, so we stepped away from the event for a little bit. We were trying to go to this Weatherspoons place, which apparently is like a, what'd you say it was? A staple for British people?
Every Englishman.
The queue, way too long, and the menu is terrible. Like, it's like all digital, so it's really bad. The food on the menu isn't terrible, but like the layout of the menu in the app is very poorly designed, so it's just kind of hard to navigate. So we're here at Barrel and Stone instead.
We found some guns, finally.
In the UK. Archie's on a high again.
I was on a big low. I was on
He
a
was on
huge
a
dip.
big low. So we were running on coffee, Red Bull, and 2 eggs, and it's like 5 o'clock. Supposed to say hi to Triumph for Jared Weems, so there's Triumph. Hey, Triumph. All right, guys, we're walking out with Team Rock.
Oh yeah, lovely little points in the sky bar.
See, everything else you guys have here is smaller and cute, but your pints are bigger
Yeah.
than American pints.
And our beer is stronger.
Is it?
Yeah, it's none of this like light stuff.
Well, you know, that's for people that are health conscious, but still want to drink.
What up? What up? We did it. Victory.
All right, guys. So I should have been recording on. It's gonna get worse as the night goes on. More alcohol gets involved. We've been at this place called Sky Bar.
Yeah, right next to the NEC.
Right. NEC, just on the other side of the hotel for Moxie. Having some drinks. I totally should have been recording earlier because like the whole team was here. We had like Gareth and Sarah chilling here. The CEO of Rock sitting here having a beer with him. Freaking awesome. Talked with him for a bit. Great dude. Head of design. Who was it?
Harris, who is an art director, so all the content and like visual stuff that goes out, he's part of that team.
Right.
We had Neil, head of brand. Then it was John, who's our exhibition manager.
And myself.
You, and then we had
Davey.
Everyone knows Davey from Launch, our chief marketing officer.
Yeah.
Then we had Jason, who is one of our illustrators in the design and development team, who does all the future product, and then me.
From the top of the freaking company, CEO, to like the bottom of the company, me. You know, Rock Rider, awesome. And then we still got Davey here. So apparently the next group that we're joining up with is a bit crazy.
Yeah, I mean they're in here and they sound a little bit rowdy already.
Definitely doesn't match the vibe of this place at all.
No, it's like really posh.
Go to a place like
They're
this.
like, yeah. So yeah, but we're gonna go out, just go to some bar, see where the night takes us. One of those.
One thing I can guarantee is that 8:30 is not happening tomorrow.
It will.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna find out what room you're in.
No, you're not.
The door.
It's private information. You're not entitled to that.
I booked the room, so I'll find out.
So we've just entered the hotel lobby.
Is it better than your one in Gloucester?
Dude, so much better. All right, check out a Block Fam room for the evening. So I've found out that this hotel is very sexual. For clothes, not for hangers on. There's a couple little signs that obviously give it away if those weren't enough. Bathroom, which is incredibly small, but nice. Macho Boy's just across the way, so gonna go ahead and leave stuff here. Make sure I have my room card. Yep, there it is right there.
I knew you'd have a camera.
Are you fucking ready, mate?
All right, so another thing that makes this hotel kind of sexual, like I was saying earlier, beds are ready to be unmade there. Also, check out the size of these elevators. Us three are not gonna fit in there.
We will, but we have to make it.
It'd be super awkward. And club, playing some drum and bass from the sounds of it, but we're going to Roxy Ballroom right there. The place is marketed as a ballroom, and it is literally a ballroom because there's bowling. Not quite what I thought when I heard ballroom. What's a ballroom? Like a dancing, like ball. Yeah. Yes. Hey. Fantastic ballroom. We out. All right, into birdies. Birdies. Here we go. About to go down on this drop, baby.
Oh yeah.
Person responsible for this full cup. Peter Hickman. You guys don't know who Peter Hickman is? Look him up.
It's Blockhead, welcome to Birmingham. Nice to meet you. I'm glad that you can come out and see the local culture for what it actually is.
Mama Rouge!
Mama Rouge.
You want a Mama Rouge?
tires, a spare rack of ribs and tater tots, and I'm good to go.
And I can sure use me some more of that potted meat.
How about them Kansas beans?
I need an Idaho sweatshirt.
Bro, so
You're dying over here, bro.
whatever you do when you come to Birmingham, don't have the barbecue sauce. It's done me over.
I remember my first time having chicken nuggies and barbecue sauce. I didn't die. So you want to tell people who you are real quick?
Yeah, my name is Peter Hickman. I race motorcycles, race superbike, and probably more notably the Isle of Man TT. I have the outright lap record at the Isle of Man TT at 135.4 mile an hour average.
This is the fastest man on earth. F***ing crazy. We've been partying with him all night. Bro, it's been
good.
an absolute pleasure, man.
What do you think about barbecue sauce?
Sophie, you want to tell people who you are?
Well, Archie, if you want to give a brief description on who I am.
Archie can't even talk right now.
Sophie McGinn, the new social media manager at Ruroc.
I am.
My mama told me some. We're missing a string, by the way. Always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, probably move it on a little farther down the line, far from Folsom Prison. I'm missing a string, so. We need to speak to management because there's a string missing.
And it's the next day, and I sound like shit again. This is the view during the day here. Pretty great. Definitely feeling it today. Not doing that again tonight. Taking it easy, because tomorrow morning I gotta be better. Last night was freaking amazing, awesome. The fact that, you know, we were all hanging out, like, you know, myself and Archie, but then also like Gareth and Sarah, all the way from Scotland. Sophie, who's joining the Ruroc team soon. Peter Hickman, who's like an Isle of Man MotoGP racer. Super chill, buying drinks for everybody. Really, really fun. Then I started out a little weird at that bowling alley. Archie was talking about Birmingham not being like the best place, but it turned out to be like just a what did he say? Proper British evening or something like that. Just from bars to like almost seeing a bar fight, and then winding up at like that crazy dance nightclub or whatever it was. I'm gonna put the camera down for a little bit. We'll resume it whenever we get to the bikes. We're supposed to head back to Gloucester, grab some of the bikes that Harley-Davidson sorted us out with, and ride to Wales, which is apparently some really nice riding. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one though. If you did, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, be part of that Bell Yacht Squad. And until next time, guys, ride safe, stay vigilant. Catch you on the next one. Peace.